Fire! Coherent light burned through Kane's body. A burning agony, but the lesser things considered his punishment. He knew it would end soon, and he would be in paradise, forever serviced by the women he chose to join him in death. The lesser things had no concept of the universal truth. He had saved those women from a life of meaningless existence, and they would earn their right to exist with him after this infernal pain had ended. He opened his eyes, expecting to see the grateful faces of the lesser things he had deemed worthy to worship him. What he saw were the members of his firing squad. "Let's get this over, boys," their leader said. "Brian promised this was the last one." "This isn't. What are you doing here?" Kane said, enraged. "Collecting your sorry ass," the leader replied. "We killed you. After we die, we have to collect you. That's the rules." "You poor pathetic lesser things," Kane mocked. "Only now, after your meaningless lives are over, you have to escort me to paradise? A fitting punishment for you, I suppose." "Whatever you say," the leader said dryly. There was no conqueror's parade or hero's journey, just a moment in which everything shifted from the execution ground to a vast darkness. "Enjoy paradise," a member of the firing squad said, smirking. As they passed into the deep blackness that surrounded Kane, he looked around at the pitch black, eager to ravish those he had saved, and was further annoyed to come face to face with terror incarnate. A burning brown sphere with a gaping maw filled with teeth like needles smiled threateningly at Kane. A putrid blackness swept from it into a noxious pool below it. "They are not here." The creature spoke directly into Kane's mind. "It was my pleasure to collect them. They are forever beyond your reach now." "By what right do you take what is mine?" Kane demanded. "They were never yours, as the lives I took so long ago were never mine," the creature replied. "I was promised!" Kane roared at the abomination. "I was lied to as well," the obscenity incarnate chuckled. "I am at my end, you at your beginning." "Explain," Kane demanded. "I was like you, billions of years ago," the detestable said. "The voice told me those I would save would serve me as well. Fool. You fell for the lies just as I did. And now you will be born into your torment as I was." "I will become like you?" Kane asked suspiciously. The impossibly wide maw of the revulsion grew wider. "Yes," it breathed. "I am known as Karata, a star born billions of years ago from my own evil and heinous deeds. Such is the reward for all who take life needlessly." "To become a star," Kane said, smiling. "Worshipped and feared for billions of years?" The essence of contempt laughed maliciously. "Idiot! Even now, facing me, you fail to grasp your fate. Billions of years I burned as the forge for a system. Billions of years I watched as life grew on my fourth planet. Billions of years trying in vain to sear that same life away and relish in its suffering," Karata screamed. "Billions of years giving that deplorable life on that wretched planet the warmth of my agony," Karata moaned. "That life who left me for other stars before I was able to swallow their world. This fate we share at the end of my existence. I will become as the void, and you will burn anew." Before he could react, the essence of Karata's death, the putrid and noxious substance gathered below the dying star, shot out from under it and covered Kane, infiltrating every orifice. "Your own violation begins," Karata roared in exquisite delight. "It will invade every inch, every crevice you have. In all the ways you would transgress the lives you took, you will suffer. Kane tried to scream in panic, as he felt the invasive muck enter into him, only to feel it force itself into his mouth and throat as well. He felt the two ends join in his gut and spread through every fibre of his existence. He began to weep only to see the disgusting sludge exude from in front of his eyes. "Yes, yes, more!" Kurata cried with glee. "Suffer as I have suffered." Consumed in the dark substance, Kane felt the burning ignite deep within him, immolating his entire existence. The pain of the laser rifle shots amplified beyond all understanding as he roared into existence as a new white dwarf star in a distant galaxy. Torment gnawed his mind constantly as he was consumed by flames all over. Kurata laughed quietly before speaking its last words. "As I was, you have become. As I become, you shall follow. As you now know suffering, you shall also know fear." Kurata then faded and died, consumed into a dead star, neither life nor death to visit it ever again. Kane could only observe in endless agony that which he would become, the price to be paid for his transgressions, a fitting retribution for lives stolen.